Afternoon, and welcome to Game Picks for NFL Week 3. This is your host, Rodrigo, and having a little cup of Joe. We're going to get right into it. We'll go over the first pick that we've already mispicked for the week, which is New England, New York Jets. So we were hoping for the upset, and the Jets came out. They won very handily, I would say. So, to all those folks that sent me all those messages about how bad the pick was, I understand. But now we're going to get into it with this week's picks and feel like this week's picks have some real solid ones. All right. So, let me go ahead and start. We're gonna go with let's start with the first game of Sunday, which is Cleveland at home against the Jets. Cleveland is getting 6.5 points. And to my guy Jeff over in California, Cleveland is going to win this one big. I feel like it's big. I know Garrett is a little hurt, but I see Cleveland handily winning over one of the worst teams in the NFL. 30-10. The Cleveland Browns blow out the New York Giants. Tennessee at Green Bay, we're going to go with none other. This is an upset, kind of, but I feel like Malik is pretty much done. And Jordan Love, I don't think they're going to play him. So I'm thinking Tennessee -3. I'm taking Tennessee to actually win this one, 20-14. Okay. Uh, Chicago Bears at Indianapolis. Believe it or not, this is almost like a home game for the Bears. Lots of folks travel down. Indianapolis is only getting one, and I think Anthony Richardson a little inconsistent on the easy plays. We're gonna take the Bears getting their win against Indianapolis. I think they're gonna outscore them, and this one's gonna be a 27-24 Bears win. All right. So so far we got Cleveland, Tennessee, and we got the Bears. Now here comes my upset special of the day. Houston at Minnesota. If you like upset specials, really look into this one. Houston at Minnesota at home. The Vikings are gonna get 2 points, and I believe this one is either gonna be really close game. Houston has not really blown anybody out, and I believe this one is going to be a close one. If not, Minnesota will pull the upset. We're going to go with the Vikings covering the spread and even winning this game 21-20. And we're going to win this. This is going to be my upset of the week. New Orleans at home against Philadelphia. New Orleans only getting 2.5 points. This is the probably the most surprising team, the best playing team in the NFL, and they're getting 2.5 points. I think New Orleans is going to outscore Philadelphia by a lot. I'm going to go with New Orleans winning this game 35. They're not going to get 40 this week, but they'll get 35 on 228 against the um, the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, so Pittsburgh at home against the Chargers. I'm picking the road dog, the Chargers, playing some very basic fundamental football, not throwing a lot. And I think Herbert is a little banged up. So Pittsburgh's getting 2.5 points. They're giving up 2.5 points. I think the Chargers either cover the spread, but maybe will win outright. And I'm picking this one. It's going to be a low scoring game because on the nobody can score on Pittsburgh. They don't score touchdowns. So I'm going to pick this one 17-13. The Los Angeles Chargers went on the road. Tampa Bay uh, at Tampa Bay. Denver's going to Tampa Bay. Again, one of the worst teams in the league. I'm taking Tampa Bay. They're getting 6 points. I think they will cover it. And I think, what's the guy, the quarterback there? He's been talking a lot of smack about Brady. I think he's gonna have a heck of a game, and I feel like that is a no-brainer here. We're picking Tampa Bay 28 to Denver and the trio of quarterbacks 17. So 28-17, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Las Vegas Raiders against the worst team in the NFL, the Carolina Panthers. We are gonna go with none other than the Raiders. The Raiders are playing good. They're playing solid defense. I really like their coach, and I think they're going to do really well. I think even though they don't have a good quarterback, Minshew is going to be way better than Andy Dalton. And we're taking the Las Vegas Raiders in a blowout, uh, 21-10 over the Carolina Panthers. All right, so we're taking, as you have not seen the video yet, but we're doing the short for uh, Miami at Seattle. Seattle is getting 4.5 points. They're going to give 4.5 points. Um, and Miami Dolphins, Skylar Thompson is going to pull the upset. He's going to throw for over 250 yards. He's going to get 2 touchdowns. We're going to have A Chain running like crazy. I'm going to have the Miami Dolphins win on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. And they're going to win in a very, very close game, 24-20 against the Seattle Seahawks. And I think Skylar Thompson, a little underrated. Dolphins are going to pull the upset. This is my second upset special of the day, and we're gonna have the Dolphins actually pull this off. And then we have another upset, but well, not upsets. Well, it's kind of an upset, but Baltimore's getting one. They're 0-2, and they're going against the Cowboys. And I'm gonna take the home Dallas Cowboys at home against the 0-2 Baltimore Ravens to go 0-3 for the first time and I don't know when. And they are going to win 31-20. The Dallas Cowboys, I repeat, Dallas Cowboys is going to beat the Baltimore Ravens 31-20. You heard it here first. Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. I'm picking an upset, believe it or not. This is another upset. We're going to take the Rams, who I believe are 0-2, and San Fran is getting 6.5 points. And what I will say about this game is San Francisco is banged up. McCaffrey is probably not going to play. Um, Hittle's not going to play. Bosa's not going to play. I think the Rams are set up for an upset in LA for a crazy 28-27 win over the San Francisco 49ers. Even if the 49ers do win, they're not going to cover the spread, guys. I think this is a really good Vegas bet on the Rams. It's a lot of points, and San Fran is really beat up. All right. Here's my fifth upset special of the day. And this one is none other than Arizona at home against the Detroit Lions. Detroit, I think, very overrated right now. But I know my good guy John over is probably not saying that that's the case. But Arizona has played really well. They almost beat the Bills, and they did win last week. So I'm gonna take the Cardinals at home, and I think they're going to score a lot of points. And I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have a big day. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to take this one at home, 24-21, and it's going to be probably even high scoring, more high scoring than that. So I think this is going to be a really good game, and the Cardinals are going to pull the upset. All right, and they're getting 3 points. I mean, even if they lose, I think they're going to cover the spread. But I'm going with the upset. Atlanta at Kansas City. Atlanta's at home. They had a bad first game. They came back last week. Atlanta is has really good offense. Kansas City, again, they didn't play so good last week. They had a good first game, not so good last week. I'm taking the 3 points with Atlanta at home. I think uh, Kansas City might win in a very close one, but I think Atlanta will cover the 3 points. I'm gonna go with a 30 to 28 Kansas City win, but Atlanta will cover the spread. Okay. Next, we have Monday Night Football. We have none other than the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 0-2 against Buffalo. And after the disaster or the beating they put on the Dolphins, at home now they take Jacksonville and they're getting 5 points. I think that's a lot of points. I think Jacksonville's been close in both games, but they just can't get over the hump for whatever reason. They do have a good offense. I like Peterson as the coach. I just think maybe their defense isn't quite living up to the expectation. But I do believe they match up well against Buffalo, especially on the edge. I think they're going to have a lot of pressure on Josh Allen. So I think Josh Hines Allen is going to have a big game. And I think Jacksonville will cover the spread. They won't win, but I think a 24 to 20. Again, not enough for the Jacksonville to win, but they are going to cover. So Buffalo 24-20. And then last but not least, we have Cincinnati at home against Washington. And Joe Burrow is getting 7 points. Why are they getting so many points? I don't know. They must know something we don't know. But I do feel like this is going to be a blowout. I feel like this is going to be a 24 to 14 game for the Bengals, and they are going to cover the spread. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you heard it here first, I got a ton of upset picks. The spreads are really high. I think that if you think about the history of the NFL, a lot of the games are a lot closer than what these guys are showing. So I don't see there are many blowouts. There's a lot of 6 point favorites. There's even a 7 point favorite, 5 point. That's a lot of points, and you have to wonder why that is. But I think the majority of the high spreads will get covered. Again, we're taking the Dolphins upset win in Seattle, 24-20, and they will absolutely win this week. Under the pressure, get to a little time to heal, and this is all we got for this week. Hope you like the picks. And again, we'll see you for game time at 3 o'clock. Dolphins against Seattle. Until then, peace. God bless.